From June 16th to 19th, 2010, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada held its first of 7 national events at the Forks site in Winnipeg. The event started with a sunrise ceremony and the lighting of a sacred fire.
For us, the Spirit is the one who helps us and leads us, eh? So we don't ever forget that. So all the time before we do ceremonies or events like that, we have our ceremony before we do the work. So we ask for that guidance.
Good morning, bonjour.
Morning pipe ceremonies were held that included survivors and representatives from the churches among the participants.
It puts my spirit a little lighter, very light, really, because I've never experienced something like this before. I mean, we have our own ceremonies and, within our own, but to have all these different people participating in this, it feels good.
Highlight, I think, is the fact is Aboriginal people and non-Aboriginal people met around a fire that represents healing and reconciliation.
What you have when you're doing a pipe ceremony then is you have the whole universe looking in on you. To see all these people here, to know that we're all of one mind. Everybody share their tobacco and put their thoughts and their prayers into that tobacco.
Wednesday's official opening ceremony set the stage for a 4-day event that would include survivors and over 40,000 other Canadians.
We have a chance while we're involved with the work of the Commission and while you are here to make history and to be part of history. I hope that the time will come in your lives when you can look back at this day and say that this was an important day in the way that things have evolved in this country.
For healing is the hidden word in our TRC mandate. Healing is the purpose behind truth. It is the purpose behind reconciliation. As our mandate says so very powerfully, truth and reconciliation activities will promote the healing that will set our spirits free.
Through this effort with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, through your strength to tell the stories, to tell the truth that this country will understand. And it's by understanding that we can begin to bridge those deep gaps of misunderstanding that have plagued us for so long, that created deep conflict. And acts of reconciliation can take many forms. We will support, we encourage full participation with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. We're encouraged that Canada is taking steps to endorse the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, recognizing our people, and as my late grandmother said, to see us as Indigenous nations.
After the opening ceremonies, the survivors marched across the site to the first Commissioners' Sharing Circle, where survivors were invited to speak and have the commissioners and other dignitaries bear witness.
I'd like to thank you for taking time to listen, and I don't want to apologize for being emotional, because we've been at this for 30 years. We've been asking to be heard for 30 years. We now have a voice. We can start breathing again. We can start living again. And I want to thank you for that opportunity, and the opportunity that it'll give our people to heal and grow together.
To make sure that we do everything we can to make sure that the record is complete, that we turn over every rock, that we make every supreme effort to make sure that we get that kind of information and that we work together so that we can that you can get some peace.
The event also featured performances by artists and musicians collectively celebrating the sharing of truth and reconciliation. This healing celebration reached its peak during the Wednesday night concert, when almost 20,000 people attended to hear from the artists and about the Commission and its work. The highlight of the Wednesday night show came when Blue Rodeo performed Fools Like You with Buffy St. Marie and welcomed Elijah Harper to the stage during the song Blue Rodeo wrote about him.
Bills on time. God bless Elijah with the feather in his head. Stop stealing the Indian land.
The only way to get a good house is to wait for somebody to die.
The event also included the screening of several films about the Indian residential schools issue, including Older Than America.
We need to learn why we are the way we are.
Excuse me. Sorry.
We need to understand and learn what transgenerational trauma is, why our parents were the way that they were, the effects that has on us, so that we can, knowledge is power, knowing about it, understanding about it, so we can recover from it.
A unity ride that started in Chanukpawatka arrived with its riders proud to be part of the event.
Well, there's a couple of times I was going to get off, and I thought of my ancestors, the ones that passed on.
I'm a former residential school student. I was a student for 14 years. And actually, the significance for me, in a way, personally, on a very personal level, is that the only friend I had growing up was a horse, because I was raised by my grandparents. And I remember playing all the time with my horse and riding and having fun, and then being taken away to boarding school was also on a team of horses. So for me, it's a very important healing journey of my own.
The 4 days culminated with a powwow and a visit from the Governor General, Michaëlle Jean. Her Excellency made an offering to the sacred fire, attended a sharing circle with youth, and ended her visit dancing in the grand entry of the powwow, which helped to close the event. During her speech, an eagle appeared and circled the powwow from above.
So we are taking a journey that concerns all of us. Let us say that yes, we can change the course of history, and yes, we can create a future that brings us together and reflects who we are. This is our greatest responsibility, and it has to be a shared responsibility. This is our duty now, here and now, and we must make it happen.
The first ever Truth and Reconciliation event came to a close on Saturday night after 4 days, 40,000 people, 4,000 survivors, and 830 volunteers. The work of the TRC has begun, and the lives of survivors and all Canadians have been changed for the better.